welcome back to Muse and Medium, and where the art is not just about we see and something we feel, and also carry some story behind. And today, the conversation is between the space and shadow, between the survival and transition. Um, Today, I'm joined with Victoria. She her art is crossing painting, sculptures, and many things. And her work explore the traumas and healing and transformation. So today, we are going to interview her, and she's going to sharing her journey behind the paintings and the story behind. And welcome to Muse and Medium, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Jacky. Thank you.
So let's introduce yourself a little bit and to let the audience know more about you before we get into your art. Yeah.
Um, Hi, everyone. My name is Vic, and I'm a visual artist. I started my career with tattooing how many years ago? Let's count. So at the moment I'm 32, I started at 21. So 11 years ago, I started tattooing back home, Russia, Moscow. And throughout these years, I was growing as an artist in different areas. First of all, it's illustration. I guess illustration is a very common side job for tattoo artists, you know. And later on, I started to sell my paintings or just like, I don't know, art pieces. And step by step, I was becoming more and more professional while working in Canada already, and realized I'm not just interested in tattooing or illustrating, I'm interested in art in general. Like, basically anything I can not just draw or paint, but also work on and restore, make it, like turning old objects into something new, like giving it a new life.
Yes.
Repairing something, because often people think that artist is only a person who just
Creating.
yes.
Uh-huh.
But our job is also about giving a new life, fixing something, because it is important. It seems like, in tattooing we have different type of artists. Some artists, they say that they do not work on cover-ups, they do not work close to old tattoos or other artists' tattoos.
Yes.
And this is not something reliable to me. I figured throughout my practice that I truly enjoy doing cover-ups on skin, not just because, of course, it's also financially beneficial for you when you're skilled for projects like that, but also because when you see emotions from your client,
Yeah.
when nobody wanted to work on it, or was telling it's impossible, and then you just fixed it and it worked out.
Yeah.
And just seeing these emotions, I guess it worth it. So basically, same like with tattooing cover-up, I started learning and developing my skins with other objects, not cover-ups, restorations.
Restoration.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So things you mentioned, you were in Russia. So, and then before we have the conversation today, you told me about you were born in Russia and now you're in Canada, which is where we at now. And well, as an immigrant, and I'm coming from another country as well, and so this is like a very different country. And I'm curious, how did that journey shape you, like your identity as an artist here?
You mean how migration affected my my artistic journey or like vision or
Yeah. So for example, like Russia and Canada. Now it's like a total different backgrounds and culture.
Yeah.
And then you've been staying here for a while. And then did you find that uh, this transition also influenced you as an artist, like in terms of like how
Oh, I
you
see.
creating and or the different styles and yeah.
I think, okay, it's not an easy question. Let me summarize my thoughts. I guess being in Canada definitely taught me diversity as an artist, because being here, as you said, it's culturally different. So when I just came here, for sure it was a cultural shock in terms of many aspects of my job. I don't know if I should even bring them, but probably it can be useful for some people from Russia or from different countries. For example, in tattooing, when I came here, I experienced difficulties with tattoo in different skin tones, because in Russia, you don't often meet people, like we have lots of Asians and like different Slavic people,
Yeah.
Jewish people, but we don't really have, like by land, because it's North country, we don't really have black people or someone, I would say like Mexico, yeah, a little tanned,
Yeah.
color tones. And when I just came here, it was such a stress for me to even say that I don't know how to work.
Yes, because you're afraid to insulting
Exactly.
someone. Yeah.
Yes. So, like here, basically, like if you say you don't know how to work, people are like, "What do you mean you don't know how to
Yeah,
work?
yeah.
You know, like you must learn." And yes, they're right. But at the same time, I'm from completely different world. It's a North country, and like we do have diversity, but when we talk about art and especially tattooing, we do not have this.
Yeah.
And often in Canada, I was ashamed when I would bring this topic. But I don't think I should be ashamed at the moment,
Yeah,
since
because that's nothing though. Like I mean,
it's normal to talk
yeah,
about it,
yeah,
and it's normal to learn other people from northern countries that they're not alone in this,
yeah,
and it is okay not to know,
yeah.
and it is okay to take your time and learn, so you can give your service to more diverse audience
Yeah.
and grow as an artist, as a professional.
Yeah.
Yes, so I would say this was my most difficult part as a professional, because it's scary. It's there is stigma on this topic, lots of triggers, anger. So yeah, I was in extreme severe stress because of it. But at the moment, I'm very chill about it and have my skills.
Yeah. But at least you're like passing through all these. Like I think many people who coming from different country always have the similar experience, and even like generations. Like one thing I keep talking about is like I feels like our generation is more like we back in the day, those humor or whatever topic is everybody is like okay, it doesn't feel that offense like easily, but now like but that's another story. But yeah, but I totally get it, because even when I came to Canada, I remember when I was starting looking for a job here, um, and and I got an offer from incubator like run by the Ontario government, and so they have the like a 3-stage interview, and I was got into the third stage, and then when I got to the third stage, I was like, okay, I got into the third stage, and so the final stage, I think be I have a huge possibility to get this offer, and And then after I finish an interview, a week after, they send an email. They send an email said, "Oh, since this job is like a project manager job, and then you're gonna lead a team, and you don't have the experience, working experience in Canada, and we are afraid that we'll have some cultural gap or something." And I was like, "Then why wasting my time to do all the three interview? I mean, on my resume it's already show I don't have experience in Canada. I'm totally new here, but I didn't know that much difference from states. Before I came here, I was like, just cross the border, it won't be so much difference. And since Canada like has so many trade with United States or whatever, and also the film industry, so I was like shocked. Like, is there that much difference? And but I found out more and more about the how different the culture between United States and Canada is when I teaching in a school, and I can tell like how student behave, and the mindset is total different. Like not like different, but like I can tell the difference. Yeah,
So imagine you compare states to Canada,
yeah.
and what is it like for
Russia
me?
and
Yes,
Canada, yeah.
so different. Like
Yeah.
it's. I went through so many transformations being in Canada, also struggles and sufferings as an immigrant, especially as a woman immigrant. Yes, it's a complete different struggle. And especially in the art industry, like it's tough. But when you learn the rules and understand how it works here, and learn how to manage stressful situations, how to sometimes we do have situations when we need some law enforcement, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just to stay away from any violence or aggression or harm or misinformation. Yeah, when you go through such tough experience when no one told you
Yeah.
before, and you become this self-made person, it just becomes kind of, everything just goes away from you, like any stress, like anything that you don't need, because at the end of the day, I believe that any artist will find its client, and every client will find their artist. And it's normal that we are not perfect for each other, as long as we respect our colleagues, our clients, and do not cross this border of humanity.
Yes.
I guess we're good. And if someone is not able to work this way, I don't think it's Canadian values. So yes.
Yeah, I think like we always learn from like whatever it is. It can be something good, can be something bad, and because I've been in Canada for 6 years, and I also been through something as well, and that's how I am here, like having this podcast and the studios and whatever I'm doing, and like you said, the humanity is really important. Doesn't matter about your, backgrounds or whatever, but I think this is really important stuff. And like, and then earlier you mentioned about like the artists will find their client, even collectors, and the client and collector, they will find their artists. I think this is like something that I really like in not just for arts. I think many things like when I was kids, my mom used to tell me that why the artists like spending their whole life like just to paintings or sculpture, do those arts, they are passionate to it. And my mom said because most of the artists, they work on the arts is trying to like express themselves, and also it's kind of like a channel to talk to other people who doesn't understand them. And that is kind of like it become something in my blood since our kids. And and one of the experience I always like to share with any artist or my friends. It's when I was a kid, I'm an introvert kid, and I don't know how to make friends with others, and that was in kindergarten. And back in the day, we in the morning we have like hours to do doings and it's like sketching, illustration, whatever you like. And and one day I was like, okay, I make a small drawing to a friend, and which is I never talked to before, and I draw something and I give it to them, and it's kind of like a way to connect with them. And then after that, I did make friends with through that process, and then that becomes something like, oh, you can connect people with this in this way. It doesn't have to be a language, and that's the beautiful part that I love making paintings, sculptures, and any kinds of arts I'm working on. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same thing during school and university. So I had two things. First, yeah, same. I would draw something for a person, like either their like quick portrait or I don't know, like drawing something that this person likes or we're talking about, laughing about, have common about.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I would take a pen and ask if I can make any drawing on their arm, like like a tattoo,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
with this cool
Yeah.
blue pen. And that was back home in Russia, in my hometown, later in Moscow, high school, and later at university. So yeah, and I guess that's the reason I started with tattooing, because I don't know, I just always liked to hold someone's arm, just to scratch the skin and try to make this straight, smooth line.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this is the way, and people actually like it because I guess we're all different, and every occupation matters. This is actually offensive. Whenever people say, "Oh, you're an artist, but what's your real job?" You're just like, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me tell you. At this moment, I just want to become Miranda Priestley from Devil Wears Prada, when she explains to Andy the difference between like two almost similar belts. And when Andy Sachs says that there is no difference, and Miranda Priestley gets offended and starts a lecture on how Oscar de la Renta invented this color into high fashion. And just because of it, when $1 million were spent to create this color, people like Andy Sachs could buy this in cheap markets. So basically, whenever someone says, "Oh, but art is not a real job," art is not just a real job. It's a full separate history, science, and every little thing surrounding us in this room was or is related to the art industry somehow.
Yes.
Because it's all colors, it's designs, it's all connected.
Yes.
It's same like I would say it seemed like art industry connected also to fashion industry, because fashion industry without artists, how would they get these colors, and tones?
Yes.
So basically anything we do is important, and we should not underestimate us just because someone thinks that making art is fun. Making art is not just fun and pleasure and expression, it's also arthritis, back problems, vision problems, and hours spending in learning the shapes, lighting, coloring, and all the aspects.
I think this is also one of the topic that I always have with many people, like, and also like in my opinion, I not just in my opinion, I would say like more like majority of people, when one day they retired, they took out their position, and we asked them, "Who are you?" They they will be hardly give an answer. They will say, "Oh, my name is blah blah blah. My name is Jacky, and I used to be a doctor. I used to be a professor, but without those, you retire. Who are you?"
Yes.
Like, so before, whenever I met someone in a conference or whatever, okay, when we go to the conference, it's pretty obvious. Like, you're gonna okay, I'm running a company, and my position, or I come from which company is. But when you are in the social event, it's not like a seminar or something. Then when somebody, like, for example, you have a bunch of good friends, and then you meeting someone new, and they will ask you, "Oh, talk a little bit about yourself." And before, I will be like, have a hard time to 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 introduce myself, because I do so many things. And but it's though thing is just something that I have passion, but also is some of the thing is like just do for a living. And then after, I think, so many years, and I found out, like, yeah, I'm an artist, like, because I do so many things. Artists do so many things. So even one day I got retired from whatever I'm, working for, or even if I'm retired from my business, whatever, I still do paint. I can still do paintings and those type of art and create something beautiful. So these days, when somebody asks me, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" I was like, "Do for a living or myself?" Yeah.
That makes total sense. Yeah, because being an artist, it's not just an occupation, it's also the way of thinking
Yeah.
and seeing life. I would say since childhood, I was, I don't know, like drawing, painting, or like sculpting, it was always going from the inside. And when I was 5 years old, I made a, oh my God, how do you say it? Not a postcard or a postcard. What you give people and you open and write down nice things.
Oh, like a greeting card.
Yes, yes, greeting card.
Yeah.
So yeah, I made a greeting card for my mom myself from the just like paper. I just did the paper like this, and I cut the shape of Pikachu. Yeah, I was born in '94, so back then Pokemons were
It's popular.
yes, yes, and yeah, and colored it and draw it, and yeah, that was a gift for my mom for her birthday. So see, a little child, 5 years old, made a decision to create such gift for her mom, though like she's a child, she doesn't know who she's going to be yet. What is it to be an artist, what's going on in the world. Like I could go, take some flour from the outside, and that would be my gift. Or I could make like some snack, and that would be my gift. No, I did that greeting card and did it an extremely artistic way of like cutting the shape of Pikachu, coloring the face of Pikachu, and on the back, the butt of Pikachu. So it wasn't just like, and yeah, being an artist, it's definitely the way your brain works. It's like an operating system. That's what I would say.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, like, things you mentioned about the system and stuff, that's pretty close to one of the questions I have here for you. So now you're like showcasing your arts at the La Gloria Mexican Coffee. The showcase will be until end of the June, and probably the first week of July, and so when we publish this episode, yeah, you can still the showcase is still there. So okay, your artwork, your work is like dive deeply into those psychological themes and like trauma, resilience, healing, and these are not just easy object or easy topic. And so, what draws you to explore these darker or more valuable parts that human experience?
So the thing is, I'm a complex trauma survivor, unfortunately. It means I survived a lot of violence of different types since I was a child. And I live with chronic depression, and anxiety, dissociation, and I would say my entire life and my entire journey, it's healing. And these dark objects and topics on my paintings, this is what I went through and what I felt when some certain event would happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is interesting because when I just started tattoo career, I thought that I recovered, I healed, and nothing else is going to happen to me. But life, unfortunately, we never know when we're going to be betrayed another time, when we're going to be harmed another time, and by who.
Yes.
And I had this illusion at my 21, 22 that, okay, now I have this much success, these many followers, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else is going to happen to me, nothing bad. That was the biggest mistake, guys. Never think this way.
Yeah.
You can get to any point in your life, but to fall down is so much easier than to get up.
Mm-hmm.
So much easier. And my falling downs, they were not because of me, unfortunately. They would happen at the moments when I was the most successful and happy and everything was great in my life. And then someone just did harm to me because it's my competitor or a person who simply, I don't know, like cannot let me live my life and be happy, and they just want to,
Yeah, some people are like that. They just can see other enjoy a happy life
yeah.
because they can, and then they will just feels like, okay, if I cannot live this kind of happiness, and you guys can't. Like some people are like that, and
Bullies.
yeah,
Yeah, they're just gonna pinch you and pinch and pinch until you get the breaking point. And when you get the breaking point, they're gonna be like, look, you're evil, you're crazy. So this is basically what I was going through many, many times in my life. And I know what is it like to be at that stage when your rage is so severe and you have to take the responsibility for your pain and suffer and trauma, not to become like them, because becoming like them,
you're just same as that.
dehumanization, total, yes. And I started to do such paintings, and I did zero promotion yet to my paintings, and all the agencies, they just reached out to me. So sometimes something very deep and narrow and like so scary can actually give us more opportunities, because when I just started talking about that and posting that, I got so much support, because I talk on topics which are still extremely stigmatized, especially in business, because these are women problems related topics, and the world is not fully ready yet to hear this, but we are getting started to talk about this. Like now it's more normal than in my childhood or my and your mother's youth. So I hope that things which I express are gonna help me not just recover myself, but also recover more and more women and other people who went through same type of trauma. And yeah, I just hope it will give some changes in a global way. I hope so.
Yeah, because like one thing I don't like these days is the social media is I mean I don't there's everything has a two side. Like it can be used for good, it can be used for bad. And social media these days are like, I mean, majority of the people, they just saw there's so many like celebrity or influencer, they just showing their life like in this way, and then they was like a lot majority of people will try to compare them to those people, and then they found out why am I a loser, am I something, or they but the thing is those what shows on the social media, most of the content is like you don't know what is behind. Like whatever they show, it just shows something that you want to see, you like admire. And so but the thing is this been like being, I would say, like for a long time. And I started found out there's still some people they want to have something like true, like kind of like I don't want to see like, oh, those like you're celebrating stuff in at the yard or whatever. I want something real. And I think that's the thing that you got the agency, those people supporting you, because you're expressing something real or something that happened to you and also can happen to anyone's in the world. And I think that this is a good um start, like to have more and more people, not just artists, to have something like that. I mean, I'm not trying to like encourage everyone. Oh, share it, whatever your like personal thing or whatever. But it's like something like uh, a media's or whatever. It can be a channel to influence something good, like something more useful. In my opinion, it's not just something like those commercial stuff or like
Yeah, and for me, it was also like I had no other choice after I survived what I survived so many times, and I just made a decision that okay, I only want to work and be friends and be partners with people who feel okay to talk about those things and who are okay to be, kind on a daily basis without feeling like it's something extraordinary. For me, it's just like, normal. I'm kind. That's it.
yeah,
You're not gonna like,
you're human.
yes. And like, if you work with me, you're not gonna get like rudeness from me just because like I'm in a bad mood. And if you get, I will feel a lot of shame and guilt, and I will be apologizing in front of you like for a long time. But the problem is, I realized like when I was in need of help while being successful artist and professional, but not opening up this side of my life. When I was asking my friends and partners to help me to escape the abuse I got in, which was stopping me from like keeping living the life,
Yeah.
I got this, oh, Vic, I don't want to get involved.
Mm.
It's like, it's also,
Like I mean like a lot of people, um I can get it, like a lot of people they just want to living a peaceful life, and then they think they think this is gonna be their life forever and then just like peaceful, nothing happened to them. And but the thing is, the world is not like that. The world is like there are so many things happens, and then you cannot just live in the bubble forever. And but the thing is, you also find out who are truly connect with you. Because even for me, like when I've been through a hard time, some friends they will like just help you. Doesn't matter, just maybe spending time to talk to you. Even like my mom, um, when I was having my darkest days and my hard times, and my mom giving me the call almost every day at night. And because my mom's in Taiwan and I'm here, and we have like 12 hours difference. And even my boss, he's my mentor as well. And when I was having a hard time, he's every day when we finish the work, he spent almost an hour just sitting there, talk with me, and try to help me anything, like even just like a talk. It doesn't need to be something physically help you. That connection is like, I think this is what we need, uh, like in the world that we are living. Yeah.
Yes, or just like in my case, it was a situation when, like, when you become like a victim of some circumstances, other people can see better what is happening towards you. Just report to police.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, you don't even have to get involved. Report to police what you see.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, probably it can bring the person to years of recovery and years of like horrific struggles with not just pain inside and mental problem, but also physical health. So it's, I don't know, let's say I walk on the street and I see someone harming a homeless dog. Will I just pass away? No, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't. I will call the services.
Yes.
Or if there is no one to call, let's say I'm in some poor country, yeah, with bad animal rights. If I see that, I'm gonna find some huge long stick on the floor and hit aggressor, so poor dog is safe, It's a basic example, I know, but it's. I think this is a right way to move in life. Otherwise, you are cooperating in this evil by seeing it and letting it happening and saying like, oh, it's not my thing. For sure, we cannot save everyone, but if you see something, say something.
Yeah. Like I would say like this is also something, one of the reason I figured out is these days where has so many scammers, and then even on the street they will just scam you for like in many ways, and then sometimes they will asking for some help, and they help them, they end up like they are not really like asking for help, they just want to scam you. So now these keep happens on the medias, and people feels like okay, and now it's no like anyone can be a scammer or something. And so when you mention that when thing happens and people say, oh, I don't want to be involved in this, I mean, like, I kind of get it, but also like sometimes we just need to train our mind to tell like for example yesterday, I was at the La Gloria as usual every week, and there's a homeless guy sitting in front of the Northfields, and I passing by like back and forward many times because I was at La Gloria and then go get something and then go back to La Gloria, and then I saw him and he was begging for money, like whoever passing by, and I saw he was drinking a protein shake, and I don't have any change, and I just kind of understand, okay, he's just hungry. And so I went to the pizza shop next to the La Gloria, and I get a box of pizza and with David and our friends, and I bring two pieces and then bring it to the guy, and I said, "Oh, I understand like everyone has a hard time. Even for me, I have a hard time before, so I kind of get it." And then also he just wants something to eat, and I mean everyone need to eat, and so I end up just bring two pieces to him, and so I said like I hope this gonna be make you have a better day to fulfill your stomach, because also the one of the reason I don't really like to give in the money or change is like because back in San Francisco, a lot of homeless, they when you gave them the change, they just going to buy drugs or liquor and doesn't help them. So and that becomes like some because I've experienced that every time I saw this type of situation, I would just rather get some foods or something that you really need, like not just letting you to buy drugs or liquor. And
That's a very important thing to mention. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I would when I would be just good, nothing happens, and I see like people like asking for money or something. I'm like, okay, give me a link what I can pay for you, or like tell me what I can buy for you, because I would see person is always like, like I can see that throughout years I don't really trust the person. Yeah, and this person always has some sort of like struggle. So like, and I would ask this, and I would get yellings. Like, well, I'm okay to bring you food. I'm okay like to like pay your bills for like like utilities debt or like something. But I can see that like you're drinking a lot, or like are you on drugs or something, because it's so easy to go there, and the alcohol and drugs, they keep people so. Unfortunately, I had to cut off many friends because they changed completely because of it, and they harmed me, and because of what kind of parties I was invited to and what kind of people were there, I was harmed like in a way of like sexual harassment and stuff like that. And then I wasn't believed by those friends who invited me. And I was like, okay, I was a good friend to you. You started living this life. I'm going away, and I never forgive you, because this is, it never gives you life.
True.
Yes.
This is also one thing I really like to make friends in the art art community, because like at least majority of the artists I met is like they, like I would say most of the people I met in the community, in the artist communities, they always have a good heart, and they like in terms of many different ways, and so yeah. And then what you do with your arts is basically also spreading the message at the same time, like you said, like someone out there might have the same similar experience like you, and then that becomes a way to connect the artist. At least for me, when I go to a gallery or art shows, one thing I really like to is to connect with the artist, because from there you can even like you can get more information behind the painting, what the person tried to express, and then what's some information the person want to share, and then you just find out, oh, like wow, like we have so many common interests or common topic or mindset or thoughts and etc. And this is one thing I really like to do. And also it's the one of the reason I started this podcast, because at the beginning this podcast I was thinking about to just like any topics about the art, like history or whatever, but it ended up I was like, first, I don't have that much time, and second is like a podcast is not for like a business or something, so I ended up just reconstruct the podcast channel. And then I was like, okay, this podcast just gonna be focused on interview the artists, and I'm going to add any other like educational, like history or whatever, because those are many people already do it. I just want to focus on like artists, and I don't do regular like updates, or because like you have to find artists first, and then that's also one of the reason I always go to the galleries and art shows, like to connect artists, to find the to collecting artists and find the next to interview or whatever. But it's also a fun journey to meet peoples, and also like the people with this the same mindset or like minds and stuff. Yeah, and yeah, speaking about this, how I met Victoria, it's I was on the social media browsing like some feeds, and most of the feeds on my Instagram is either artists or either just food or watch cars and many things I like, but mostly are artists. And then one day I just saw a sculpture from you, and I think you were making those sculpture for a gallery or agency, I forget. uh I gotta check, I gotta show you later. And then and then after that I saw, oh, you're not just working on sculpture, you're also working on paintings and different stuff, and even tattoo. So I start, and then I was like, oh, it's in Canada too. And I was like, okay, I gotta follow it. And then after that, one day you were following my the studio page,
Yes.
and then you like the one of the content that we are telling about what the studio is trying to do. And I was like, okay, maybe I was, when I saw it, I was like, oh, maybe these artists are interested in what we do. So that's the day I reach out, and then we talk a little bit, and then end up like, okay, let's do this. And then we have so many conversation. And the first project we did probably just the La Gloria showcase, because La Gloria showcase, it's a kind of a project that my studio and La Gloria, we running this for a long time, and now we just want to make it more organized, and then continue to have the different artists. And so now is May, and June will be Victoria. So make sure you go check it out, La Gloria, and check out her paintings over there. And maybe in the future she's gonna have different pieces, or you're gonna show up again. But make
And
sure.
it's also important to say that throughout these 2 months, I'm gonna bring more and more art pieces, and also useful objects for your home, because at the moment I'm preparing I'm preparing for making, I wouldn't say my own. Yes, it's my artistic idea. It's my paintings on the objects and stuff like that. But a lot of people are involved into this startup, and we basically are working on a home decor brand. So come into La Gloria, you're gonna see some stuff. It's not going to be a lot, because it should be some intrigue, right?
Yeah.
So you'll see canvases. You'll also see modern art, like for example that tattoo holder I have. Yeah, it's on canvas. It's oil. It's a classic art, but also like it's a tattoo thing, just like implemented there, so it has this modern art style. And instead of varnish on top, it's epoxy. Right? So just come at La Gloria, check it out, because I work with completely different materials. I can probably say at the moment I'm a mixed media artist. Yes.
That's for sure. You can tell directly from the work you have.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'll be glad to see you at La Gloria, or just know that you came there to check my art, to check my objects, and also just a reminder about workshop.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna have a workshop by the end of the May. Hopefully I will publish this episode before, and but there's another one will be in June since she are going to showcase her work at La Gloria for 2 months. So there will be another one in June,
Yes.
and don't miss it. And you can go check it out, the website and or her page and our page. You can see where to sign up the workshop. And at the same time, we are trying to uh, in, increase our capacity for the spots. For now, we are limited to 8 spots, but soon we're gonna increase the capacity to see how we can include more people because the the last one we did like we are like didn't expect that many people sign up, and I remember when we just published on the Eventbrite and the ticket was sold out in less than a week. So hopefully we're
That's
gonna,
great.
yeah. So hopefully we, and then people did ask about, is there any possible that we can include more spots? And yeah, a spot is pretty tight, because due to the space that we have now, because now we don't have a physical studio, and now we are working with La Gloria, and so we were trying to figure out something and then keep working with La Gloria, and yeah.
What if in future, just to boost the capacity, I just got an idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, brainstorming on podcast.
Yeah.
What if we make some workshop just like outside in the park?
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah.
Because it's summer is coming, and I think if we message as a studio to some park, to their administration, because many parks they have these areas with like tables, barbecue, we can probably, like, since it's a public space and like community space, it shouldn't cost, or if it costs, usually it's affordable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay.
Well,
If Jacky says there is no capacity and you guys want to join our workshops, because I think we're gonna make even more workshops together, not just these 2 months.
yes.
Though guys are gonna display different artists, but like I'm very up to teaching and showing, because I don't know, I find it very good. It's easy for me to communicate with people, and though sometimes it's hard, but when it's related to art, I'm very confident about it, so it's like easy. And yeah, we will think about different
Yeah.
locations and topics
True.
for workshops and all of that.
Yeah, because La Gloria, we even talked about to hosting some event at the Riverdale Park, which is nearby the La Gloria, and then they gonna bring the coffees and drinks over there, and to create a different vibe. But that will be like probably in summer, so stay tuned. Yeah, and so speaking about the workshop and it's also connects to the whatever we were being talking about earlier about the connecting people. And when I started to hosting the workshop, the idea was coming from Lagra as well. And when I started the studio at the beginning just for myself, I was like, okay, I have the space, and then just taking care of those kids, because we were collaborate with those charity organization, and we have a program is to letting the kids to come in here to explore and experiment their inner artists, and because for me it's also the good way that let the kids to avoiding smartphones or tablet, those kind of stuff, and to go back to something analog, and also something that will help to build themselves. It's not just from those media or video games, because those are really not good for kids.
Not just for kids, for adults as
yeah,
well.
adult as well.
Yeah, but like it's also not just not media, it's also about, so let's say a person has a mental breakdown, just like burnout and
Yeah.
all of that. When you're in a new rehab, what do you have to entertain yourself? You have journals to draw,
Yes.
you have pencils, you have chess, you have board games.
Yes.
So it's never, because like for the past 4 years, I was going through KMH a few times to recover post-traumatic stress
Yeah.
disorder and all of that. So yeah, and I don't know, I enjoyed my time there so much. You just chill there, you know, you eat healthy food. They don't even salt your food. It's healthy, it's right on time, you know, no one bothers you, no one
Yeah.
yells at you. If someone yells at you, you just complain. Jesus, it's a vacation. And there, I made so many friends. We would just play, you know, I would always initiate, hey guys, let's draw, let's paint, let's play board games, because it's like, this is physical and it's real life. And when we work with our fingers, it works good for our short-term memory. It
Yeah.
trains it. So even if a person is not going to become an artist, first of all, when we talk about children, we don't know, right?
Yeah.
So it's good to develop different skills in a child. Yes, life can be complicated,
Yeah.
so it's good to prepare
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, and to hosting the workshop is like like connecting with people. And also one of the goal I keep hosting the workshop is there are so many local artists, and a lot of time when you go to the gallery or you go into the showcase event, you probably don't have the chance to meet the artist. And but when you met the artist, that's a total different experience. And at the same time, the artist gonna be connecting with their audience, and then they become your follower, become your collector in the future at the same time. So this is the one thing I keep like, okay, even like, you know, it takes so much time and energy, but this is something like after we did it and everybody feels happy, everybody gets something. To get something is not just like physically, it's also the mental, like mentally too. So
Yeah, spiritually
Yeah.
and just like, you know, settling down, grounding. And when we talk about children, it's also like, for me personally, it's an opportunity to boost some confidence in a child, because when you work with with children, you can see, like, especially I can see, like, from my like perspective of like a person who knows what is it like to be a traumatized
Yeah.
child. Like, it is so good to see such child and give them this confidence of just like, I like how, you know, just to spend a little more time as an artist who teaches
Yeah.
with this little baby, and just like, you know, just to boost some energy, like, wow, I like how you draw. And then like go specifically, look, with like, let's say with this tree, you made some mistakes right here. This is not a disaster. I really like how you did leaves, but we should work on the base. So like that, a child learns, oh, okay, so it's okay to do a mistake. And you're like, of course. And through the art, like for me, especially working with children, it's also about, you know, to learning myself as an adult how to be different from what I experienced, and how harsh was Russia in many ways. Yeah, just to be, you know, to be different and to be more like, more type of a healing specialist, because I believe no real specialist will put down or humiliate their student.
True.
Or a person who came towards them for like advice or something.
Yeah, and also one thing I do like hosting workshop and interact with kids because they are so pure, like um like because being adult, sometimes we will be like, you know, manipulating by those medias or some or whatever. And the kids was like, one time I was hosting a workshop with kids, and there's there's two little girls. So I still remember, and one of the little girl painted her dog, and one of the little girl painted the cabbage, because since our studio is at Cabbage Town, and he painted cabbage baby.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
and then he just like show like when she finished, she can't wait to show it to me, and then and then she explained to me, oh, this is a that, and I was like, oh my god, this is like what I'm really looking for too, because when we grow up, after we grow up, like there's we can have we have a hard time to find those like pure moments or the energy. So and this is like also at the same time also like kind of like helping me too to reminds me, hey, uh we humans we used to be like this and we can still be like this, like
I am like this my entire life. Probably that's why I'm getting so often in trouble with
I
people who wanna use my naivety.
know.
But I don't wanna lose it. I wanna stay happy. I wanna stay joyful. I wanna stay kind. And probably sometimes I look extremely sad or something. It's not because I'm sad or negative. It's because I'm going through something. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I also wanna work on it. On it, it's on safe environment, safe friends, friends who are friends not just when you're rich and happy, but also when you have, like grief or disease. Because only this way we can keep living, and only this way is the right way. And I still want to stay real, and art industry is the one where we can actually stay real,
Yes.
or help ourselves to get back to our real selves. Like when people say, like, I'm getting back to myself, because like some experience made us completely different people.
True.
And we want to remember what is it, like what used to be here, like pure. So yeah, it's and I think you manage it too. Look at him. He's just like positive, respectful, polite person. So yeah,
Thank you. Yeah, like, I mean, like, yeah, like we always have, like, it's not like, one thing, like for example, like Bruce Lee, he used to say, the life is just like the yin yang in our Chinese culture. It's like life is when you go to the top, and then it will come with the something that brings you down. But when you're in the in the hills or in the holes and at the bottom, it doesn't mean that you're gonna be staying there forever. You're gonna climb out again, and that's how we learn from like whatever happened to us. But the most important thing is we have to remind ourselves and to be like, hey, what we really are. Yeah. And I think painting, making sculpture, making art, music is kind of like to many people, at least to many people I met, for them it's kind of like a meditation to them.
Yes.
Even for me, and yeah, and then since we both are working with many different media, one thing I would like to ask is, for example, for myself, when I'm working on different media, or different mediums, or like for example sculpture or like paintings, or you can tell like though when I'm choosing the medium or choosing the form, it always maybe it's like everything is like kind of like it's in a similar like a chord, but also it carries something different. Like so when you are work across so many mediums like painting, sculpture, digital, or tattoo, like how do you decide okay which medium is a piece belongs to, like
So basically, you're asking, let's say I have some topic I want to create in art. Yeah, about.
Then
And how do I choose the media I'm gonna work with?
Yeah, because like for example, like the picture frame that you made was the Easter themes, and but but with your painting, uh, I there's like total like a different theme, and then also like for example the one that was the tattoo in containers, that one is like a different theme again,
Yes.
and a different medium as well. So like at least in like from my perspective, I feels like you kind of like have a like okay different theme or topic will belongs to different forms or different mediums.
Yeah. It also, well, first of all, if a topic is heavy, yeah, like it's also good to choose like some heavier materials because it's just the way we absorb the information in the world. Art is the form and the way of giving information to the society through the visual standard, if
Yeah.
it's correct to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and whenever I work, like let's say Easter, yeah. So I chose resin as a top, not just because I wanted to include those sparkles, and not, as you can see, like I have sparkles right
Yes.
on top of acrylics and also in resin. So when it's in resin, it gives this shimmery effect, and like this shimmer is like flowing above the paint, and it's very different from like the varnish itself. Also, resin holds those eggs and like basket really well, because I don't want to risk, a client buys this frame, let's say for their child. Like these frames were made for a child bedroom, and yeah, it falls on the floor and then the egg just separates, and everyone is crying. I don't want this to happen. So yeah, also choosing the media, it's also practical way for sure, because like I cannot, like as a professional artist, I cannot think just like, oh, this authentic way of like I'm a fairy who creates something. Oh, okay, yeah, I used to be a young fairy in my 20s which creates beautiful stuff, but at the moment I'm a 30-year-old woman who presents herself as a professional visual artist, and as a professional visual artist I have to think first of all professionally, right? So let's say I'm using wood for the painting. Before I paint on the wood, I have to sand it really well. After that, I have to apply gesso, and not just couple layers. I gotta cover the wood really well. If the wood was damaged somehow or like poor quality when I bought it, it is my responsibility to fix those parts so the objects which I sell, they have higher quality, or I cannot make it, and it's it's not a big deal or something, but the price goes lower.
Yeah.
So yeah, so answering your question, I would say like I'm not thinking the way I used to think anymore. Yes, it's coming from this topic looks better with this material, this with that, but it's a quick decision. Much more time I spent on physics. Which material, which base, which gesso, which finish, so the object stays. First of all, it looks quality, and it is quality, and it stays in a good condition longer, because I see a lot of art objects which just like destroy fast, and I used to create such too. But at this stage of my career, I just want to grow and move on, and I would say choosing media for me is already technical question. Yes.
I see. So, speaking about mediums, Is there any one medium that feel closest to your core?
To what?
The core.
Um,
No. No. Or
you mean materials I'm working with or what? Sorry, I just don't really
yeah, the
understand.
material that you is there any material mediums and that will closest to your core, like for example, as art. Yeah.
Like working with oils
Oils. Mm-hmm.
and regular pencils
Mm-hmm.
on a paper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just absolutely love. I would say working with something that I can reach as many details as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get regular pencils but with different strength, yeah, like H, HB,
Yeah.
2B, etc. So you can reach, you can actually make like a photo portrait of someone, or like make such a deep drawing
Mm-hmm.
that everybody would be just like, wow, is it just pencil on the paper? And you're like, yeah, it's just pencil.
Mm-hmm.
So, and oil paintings I like because it gives me flexibility, and also it's not easy, it's complicated. Like oil, like one thing about oil is it's easier at some point that it dries slower, so you can fix mistakes. But also, if my cat jumps on my paint, the paint will be ruined. So it requires lots of rules, and conditions around.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I just like
Mm-hmm.
these two the most.
I see. Okay, so and then since your earlier mentioned about like your mixed media you artist, and so from your work it's just not just visual, and sometimes you can feel the textures, especially the resins and the oils, and like it creates a texture layering and almost like a sculpture, just like similar ideas. Like what role does physical depth play in your storytelling?
It was Grackle, a bird. That's an artist mindset, by the way. Yeah, you see a bird, you're like,
Mhm.
I'm not sure
Mhm.
how to answer this question. Like,
Yeah.
I always was just so satisfied, even being a child or teenager, going to museums and seeing not just like realistic paintings, but paintings with structure, like huge uneven strokes, or like oil painting with so many layers that you actually like, oh my god, how did they do it? Because these complicated strokes and textures, they create, in my opinion, real masterpiece. Because we cannot teach every person to do same textures. We can teach artists to draw like, same vase, same apple, same flower, that technique. But when it comes to this texture and strokes, which build the texture, or like model and paste, so this is what I use often.
Yeah.
This is complete free spirit, and that's why I like it, because everyone makes it different, and that's beautiful.
That's true. Everybody's different. I agree with that. Yeah. We just have a break, and now we are coming back. And so, earlier you mentioned about restorations. As an artist, it's not just building something, create something, also restoration and rebuilding. And so, do you see the connection between restoration and your personal thing of healing, or any connections?
I guess so. Yeah, and I guess it just came out of me naturally. Right? Well, we have, okay, when we talk about art and any business, at the end of the day, it's a
Yes.
business too.
Yes.
I think in this time of history, we came to the point of over consuming and right?
Yes.
Yes, and huge problems with the pollution and the garbage problem and all of that. So often, instead of buying something new, I personally prefer for myself to restore the object. Probably you saw. Recently, I restored
The shoes and sneakers.
the sneakers and purse because so the sneakers I restored are Pierre Hardy. It's I think it's famous brand. It's luxury brand, and the sneakers were expensive. The second object is a purse, Sophie Ulm. It was they also call her millennial middle class brand. You know, it's a UK designer. She's not making new purses anymore, but she used to be big, and Harper's Bazaar, Vogue, like many magazines would write about her, and she was extremely successful. And I just looked at both of them and was like, I cannot throw it out. Because both of these objects, it's not just fashion, it's art pieces in its own way, right? And instead of buying another pair of expensive shoes, which I cannot afford at the moment, I work. I don't overwork myself at the moment. I'm taking care of my health, family, so like I'm trying to, like be healthy and find this balance, not to have any mental breakdown or burnout again. So yeah, and I was just like, if I can restore paintings and tattoos, why can't I restore luxury brands? It's basically like same as a painting, but just on leather and fabric.
Yeah.
And I went to the store and I bought special paints and varnish and preparation for leather and fabric. I washed them before several times and then just worked on it. See? So, and now they look just like new. And I used to love these sneakers so much. I bought them when I was 24 and now I'm 32 and I still can wear them. Yes, now I'm a little bigger than I used to be, but these shoes still fit me. And I'm gonna wear them until they fully destroyed. And I think this is right way and good way in a world when people just buy, consume and just go crazy with like overloading their wardrobes with this brand, that brand, another brand. Too much. It's too much. I think we should go from, this is the way I like to live, to go from something trendy towards something help me find the word. When you appreciate someone's experience, craftsmanship, and all of that. And you try to take care of the object you've got. Doesn't matter if it's an art object, if it's a home decor, or it's your purse or sneakers or a jacket. If it's well done and if it's expensive materials, especially if it's leather, it used to be someone's leather, right? So instead of just like treating it like, it's just a bag, no, it's not just a bag. It's a real leather. So it used to be an animal, and now we're moving forward with like working less and less with these materials and take care of animals. But instead of throwing out leather, belt, jacket, or like, I don't know, like any art piece, I would prefer to work on it and keep it antique, you know. So in future, this object or like an element from your wardrobe becomes I don't know, like it just stays in history, and maybe
Yeah.
like in future somebody this piece will cost so much money, you know, like we never know. So it's I just love this process.
One thing I like this idea is because I also do the same thing with my stuff, and also even I taking care of my stuff uh like for example my mom, she once she once time she's so surprised that I still have the toys and from like back when I was like 6 or something, and she still looks like new. And so from there my mom knows I always like to taking care of anything. Even I have a backpack my mom bought when I was in kindergarten, and is a is a bulldog. And and I remember one day I was wearing that backpack. I was so happy, and then my mom was coming to pick me up after school, and I was being chasing by the stray dog because that bulldog backpack, and my mom was like shocked and scared, and then after that she just get the ordinary backpack, and then she told me that, hey, don't wear that backpack, go to school again, because that day was scare her. Then but I still keep that backpack in my room, and it's just kind of like memories and nostalgias of the, those childhood memories. And yeah, even I still have another thing that connects to my dad is a Lamborghini die case. Like I have the same one when I was a kid. I think when I was 7 or 8 years old from the collections, and because we are moving, when I was a kid we moving 7 times, and so some toys or disappear or whatever, or and then more might be broken by my brothers. and and then one day I just found it on the, I think, eBay or somewhere, and exactly the same, and still in the box. And I just decide to, okay, I gotta get one and then keep it forever. And it's carrying story and memories, and also like these days the people are like always like consuming like something new, and something broke, they just like throw it away and get a new one. And some people apply the same behavior to humans as well, the human connection.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
when the
unfortunately.
relationship doesn't work out, and they just like, okay, I gotta find another person who gonna be match with me or whatever. They don't want to like fix, or because to me, I always think relationship is like always like there's always something that you won't be on the same page, or you just need to work on it together, and then to be a better person, like for each other. And but these days, like people, I would say like most of the people are not like that already, like because what the mainstream media have been treating and manipulating, and like
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, but
Yeah.
I find our industry, if we
Mm-hmm.
talk about professionals, not about like any trend or mainstream, or you know, honestly, I don't even watch other artists, to be honest, like, because I don't want to copy anyone, you know. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what is trendy, what is not. I'm like very, very classy woman in terms of this way. I'm even, you know, like in terms of like relationship and treating people, I'm like very, oh my god, if I say this, this can be hated, but like since I moved to Canada, I would say that I'm a very traditional woman, but it is this way. It's just now that, you know, like politics, they use this traditional, this word in negative way,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why like people can be hated. But I figured that no, I shouldn't also be manipulated so easily, because I'm honestly extremely traditional in terms of like treating my friends, treating my people, and the way I was Jesus. I guess I'm the most forgiving person in my circle,
Mm-hmm.
and my friends, they had to talk to me not to be like that anymore because they could see how I was taken advantage of. So yeah, but I don't think it's a weakness or something bad. I'm like very more modern in many ways as a
Yes.
woman, but it doesn't mean I don't value family or
Yeah.
relationship, like, or it doesn't mean like I'm something phobic. No, but it's just people want to say this way.
I know.
Sorry,
Like,
I just want to talk very carefully, right? So nobody gets me wrong. Yeah, and by this like classy art,
yeah.
what I mean is following the good tradition of industry and the rules of like treating objects and treating like client and treating, I don't know, like just everything surrounding you, because it is important to me, and probably that's why at some point like I got so successful that I even easily stayed in Canada on my own. So see, it's about, because when you love what you're doing and you do your job well, it's just you just grow.
Yeah. And you
And
attract the same energy.
yes, yes, and people want to make it with you. And same with restoration. It's also like when it's crisis, let's talk economically, business term now.
Yeah.
When it's crisis, uh we we will struggle selling new stuff. And this is normal because people don't have money. Most at the moment, most Canadians, they just live from paycheck to paycheck, same as I, and I guess same as you are, and like most of us. It's world crisis, and people reaching out much more for like restoring something or like fixing something than towards buying something. And that's why it's also important as a professional to know how to work, not just like, oh, I created, that's it. Can you fix what you created? You know? Because if you cannot fix what you created, probably, I'm not saying you're not an artist, but probably you're not professional artist yet, you know? Because being a professional artist, it's like, it's already that stage of like knowing the chemistry of everything you're working with, of like you know how this material, you know how it feels, what it fears, what is going to ruin it. It's a whole bunch of things, and I don't know, I just truly enjoy working with it. Like my entire life and childhood I was enjoying sewing classes, ceramics classes, music classics, like classes. I just love it, and for me, it doesn't matter. I create new tattoo or I do cover up. Yeah, cover up is harder, but it's more interesting.
I see. Okay. So, the speaking about like restorations and like earlier you also mentioned about the professionals, like yeah, it's like I agree with that. And then yeah, there's something like what we, because since I was kids, whenever I do something or I like something, I would like to like put myself into it. Like for example, I like music, but I don't want to, but I don't want to be a musician or something like that. But at least I will dive into it and to get at least like the fundamental knowledge. Okay, that's how the structure of the song, intro, outro, verse, hook, those type of basic stuff. Like same as when we are creating something, like when we are um, making sculpture or painting, you have to understand, like you have to get the ideas, like the material you use, and even the ratio of the resin. Yeah, so it's all about like the techniques and how you adopt it and how to adopt this to become a part of yourself.
Yes, absolutely. And
Yeah.
it is very, I guess in any industry, it's this way, you know, once you, I guess everything starts with the hobby at the first place,
Yes.
right? Even like, even my friends who are programmers, they say like that they just started coding when they were children, you know. It's for most people like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but once you become an adult who makes money on it, you just um yeah, you can stay at whatever stage of your career, and that's fine too. I don't want to stigma artists who don't do restoration and don't, you know, think so deeply. It's like it's not necessary, but I'm just saying that
That will be helpful in terms of like the future when they
growing
yeah.
and like expanding business, and especially for the business to survive hard times, because now it's tough for everyone. And I think, look, the way I see it, so currently we have lots of wars,
Yeah.
and for example, my own country at the moment is bombing Ukraine.
Yeah.
Many basilicas were bombed, many churches. Who do you think is going to rebuild this?
I see. Yeah.
People from different industries, but also artists who will be able to restore the church's wall paintings, the seal paintings. Artists will work on this. Construction people will work on the base.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who specialize in working with stones will work on marble.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, because for me, it becomes at this stage of my life not just like, I'm just a girl, I draw nice stuff. Yes, this used to be
Yeah.
when I was 20, but like we all, you know, we grow.
Yeah.
And I cannot be the same person in my 30s as I used to be in my 20s. I wish, but I cannot. I gotta grow up, unfortunately. And yes, like looking what's happening, like in, like for example, in Russia and Ukraine at the moment, I understand that there will be a moment when we will be needed. I mean, it's not just artists, any person, professional in their specific occupation,
True.
to restore and rebuild the cities after wars and all the terror. Because once St. Petersburg was bombed same by Germans, and later on it was restored. So probably I'm coming from like this, like, you know, tough historical and place of origin like way, and that's why like moving on with your knowledge, for me it's not just like something like fantasy. No, like it's real job.
Yeah.
And we are people who fix stuff like that.
See. So like after all we go through the conversation and everything is most like most of the topic we cover here today is more about your recent work or the work from the past or and then your experience, your journey. Now we're going to talk about the future. So like after La Gloria, this showcase will be showcased till the end of the June. It's 2 months, and so after that, do you have any other upcoming events or a showcase or any plans for your like the journey for your as an artist, like new works or new collections, or like I mentioned earlier, you the home decos and stuff.
Oh yeah. So this is the main project I'm working on currently, day and night, mostly night.
Yeah, I saw it. Sometimes you post your process. I
Yes.
relate.
Yes, because sometimes I need a
The
fake
quiet
light.
moment.
No, a fake light and darkness, not the daylight. And sometimes I need a daylight. Depends on the you know, on what I'm doing and which
Yeah.
material and how glossy it is.
Yeah.
You know, all these little details. Well, basically, this is what I'm working on currently. I'm just day and night working at my home studio, preparing objects, collections for my future brand to sell.
Yeah.
And this is where we will start. Sometimes I use uh, galleries. So sometimes I work at the gallery close to my place where I have my home studio, and sometimes I do projects like some part of like work in the gallery, and there we have like the full room, like full supplies, like But yeah, like basically this is my main project at the moment. But also I have to apply for more exhibitions, and I'm still waiting from public display agency. Guys, I'm still waiting from you. You promised me Montreal exhibition. Where is our Montreal exhibition?
I think they're gonna announce soon.
I-
I'm
I'm-
waiting for that too.
You too?
Yeah.
Still nothing yet?
They didn't decide the schedule yet,
Okay.
but I think it will be probably around summer because last year was in summer.
I hope so. Like, yeah. So, yeah, this also, I was accepted for New York July exhibition. Jesus, the agency. I forgot the holy art. The holy
I don't remember.
holy art. If you let me grab my phone, I can see. Can I, guys? Yeah. Okay. Taking breaks. I'm just. Here it is.
It's a free country.
I'm from dictatorship. Canada is not always free, so
Oh, it's
yeah.
yep.
Okay, holy art, or what is it? Holy. Yes. So do I say correct?
Yeah, the Holy Art Gallery. Oh yeah, I followed that page as well.
Yeah. So I applied for their exhibition in New York for July. And for an opportunity to be on Times Square screen.
Oh yeah, I saw that campaign. Yeah.
Yes, but only 22 artists will be selected.
Selected,
Yes, and I don't think I will travel this summer because I'm still working on my health, recovering like with allergy. Jesus, when we turned 30, so many stuff started going on.
I know.
Yeah, also financially, like we're more about like just like supporting our family and like investing into future brand.
Yeah.
But I applied for display, so and I was accepted. All my free artworks were accepted.
Right. Wow.
Thank you. Yeah. But for Times Square, I don't know. But if I'll be shown on Times Square, Jesus Christ, I will die from happiness. So.
Not that.
Oh, you guys knock the wood too?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So we knock the wood like and do like this. I guess many Ukrainians who watch this now, if they watch, they will recognize it. So yeah, it's our like Slavic culture. So yeah, this is what I applied for, and also I'm searching for probably for Swiss Expo. I'm applying. I received an email from a Swiss agency, and I gotta just look more into it. The problem now, it's busy months, but also we gotta pay our bills, so we gotta do like any like projects and regular work.
And we just filed the tax return last month.
So it's just a lot going on. And also my husband, he works 24/7. He literally works 7 days a week.
Wow.
So I can not work for survival and focus on our business. And he like cover the bills and everything. So I appreciate him, but in return, I take care of all the like everything in the house, like laundry. Like he comes home late, like I make him dinner, like all of that.
Yeah.
So we work as a team, and it's hard. So I guess that's it for now. But I definitely gotta apply for more events.
Later, I'm gonna discuss once the event. I was going to talk about it later. Yeah, after we finish the episode.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. So that's great though, and yeah, I can tell like you already have so many things planned ahead, which is what we really need. Because now everything's changed so fast, like fast, and yeah.
It's hard to stay tuned and stay in the flow in the
Yeah.
industry, and I just burnt out at some point, but I'm coming back. Yes.
Yeah, so, well, after, yeah, as you heard that after the Laguna showcase, and she's gonna have some many thing coming up. So make sure you follow the page and follow our page. And anyways, and so today we're gonna call it a day. And this has been Muse and Medium, and I will see you next episode. And thank you for joining me today. And I
Thanks
hope
for inviting.
I hope we're gonna have you again, and then maybe we can, share something new
We
about
will
your.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. So I will see you next time. Bye.